Hey, Todd Usher with Addison Homes, and today I'd like to share with you what I think is one of the near perfect mechanical rooms. So I'm in one of our healthy high performance homes. This happens to be a basement house, and it is 3 stories on top of the basement, so 4 stories total. We have 2 mechanical spaces, one here in the basement and one upstairs. But I wanted to show you what I think might be one of the most perfect mechanical rooms in a new home today. As we walk in, you're gonna see a few different pieces of equipment. So first off, you're gonna see the water heater. This isn't just any water heater, this is a heat pump water heater. And what a heat pump water heater does is it uses the super efficient refrigeration cycle of a heat pump to absorb heat in the refrigerant from the air surrounding the tank and put that heat into the water. What does that mean? That means super low energy consumption, about $150 a year in operating cost for this 80-gallon heat pump water heater. So that's device number 1. Number 2, we've got a variable speed heating and cooling heat pump. Variable speed, many manufacturers make it. This happens to be Mitsubishi, but it ramps up and down just like the accelerator on your car to match the load of the house. Great, excellent comfort and consistent temperatures throughout the house because of the variable speed compressor in both heating and cooling. Now, coupled with that is a very efficient MERV 16 whole home air filter. This happens to be an April Air, and this filters all of the air coming through the house. The filter itself is 5 inches thick. That gives us lots of surface area on the filter, so we don't create a lot of static pressure or suction force for the blower. The blower doesn't have to work any harder because it's such a big filter, and it does an excellent job at filtering out all sorts, even down to the smallest particulates. And then lastly, we have a whole home dehumidifier. This happens to be a Santa Fe. It is also our primary ventilation or fresh air system for the home. So this is what we would refer to as a ventilating dehumidifier. Does 2 things, bringing fresh air in from outside at a prescribed rate to dilute any pollutants inside the house and maintain indoor air quality. It's also dehumidifying the entire house. And here in South Carolina, we need dehumidification. In fact, the way we approach our systems, we design them all in-house. We let the air conditioning handle what's called the sensible load. That's the temperature that we feel. Air conditioning handles the temperature. We don't rely on it to take out humidity. It's going to take out some, but it's not our primary source. That's the dehumidifier. And the dehumidifier removes what's called the latent load. That's the humidity load in the air. So we've taken that off the air conditioner, put it on the dehu, and then coupled with that, that dehu is bringing in fresh air at a prescribed rate. And that's not all, because the dehumidifier has an integrated filter that is a MERV 13 filter. And this MERV 13 filter, while not as good as the MERV 16 we have on the whole house, MERV 13 filter protects the dehumidifier. It's an excellent hospital grade filter, believe it or not, and filters the fresh air that we're bringing into the house that is then distributed throughout the home through the heating and cooling ductwork. So there you have it. What I think is one of the best in-class mechanical rooms. You've got all of the key components of a high-performance mechanical system for a home, from heat pump water heater to dedicated dehumidification and ventilation to variable speed heat pump. You get all of these right, and then you build an incredibly tight, well-insulated envelope, and we've got the core makings of a healthy, high-performance home. Hope you've enjoyed this. Hope you've learned something. And please Subscribe to the channel, share this video with someone you think might be interested, and stay tuned for more educational videos to come.